President Biden is under more pressure over classified documents. And the Pentagon has a new report on UFOs. That's some of what we'll get to on The 7 from The Washington Post. I'm Jeff Pierre. It's Friday, January 13th, but I'm not suspicious. Let's get you caught up with today's 7 stories. Attorney General Merrick Garland made a surprising announcement yesterday. He appointed a special counsel to investigate Biden and his handling of sensitive government documents.
Good afternoon. I'm here today to announce the appointment of Robert Hur as a special counsel pursuant to Department of Justice regulations governing such matters. In keeping with those regulations, I have today notified the designated members of each House of Congress of the appointment.
Classified documents from Biden's vice presidency have been found at his home in Delaware and his personal office. So what could be next? Maybe some interviews, property searches, and weeks of negative headlines. It all threatens to hamstring Biden's agenda and slow his momentum. And it'll now be harder for Biden to criticize former President Donald Trump for his handling of classified material, even though the two cases are different. Number 2, a large tornado killed at least 6 people in Alabama yesterday. The storm tore across central parts of the state. It ripped apart buildings and left hundreds of thousands of people without power. What happened in Alabama was part of a broader barrage of severe weather events across the South. Tornadoes were also reported in Georgia and in Kentucky. Number 3, a string of fatal police encounters has rocked Los Angeles. Video footage of an incident on January 3rd was released on Wednesday. It shows a man named Keenan Anderson begging for his life and getting tased. He died after going into cardiac arrest. He was 31 years old and a teacher. He's also the cousin of a Black Lives Matter co-founder. Anderson was detained by multiple officers shortly after a traffic accident. This is part of a troubling start to the year. 2 other men were fatally shot by police. The community is calling for justice, and the incidents are being investigated. Lisa Marie Presley, the singer and the daughter of Elvis, died yesterday. That's story number 4. She was Elvis's only child, and she went on to launch her own music career. Presley was also known for her high-profile marriages to Michael Jackson and Nicolas Cage. Her death was announced by her mother, Priscilla Presley, hours after being taken to a hospital from her California home. She was 54. Number 5, long hospital waits during wintertime could become the new normal. Winter has traditionally been difficult for hospitals because of flu and RSV, but now the coronavirus has joined them in a triple threat of pathogens that surge in cold months. COVID hospitalizations have risen significantly since October. Officials are watching the spread of XBB 1.5. It's the most transmissible form of the coronavirus yet. Here's number 6. 2022 was one of the hottest years on record. 5 different scientific agencies reported this week that it ranked either the 5th or 6th warmest year yet. 2022 as a whole was a year of extremes. Europe had its warmest summer ever. There were heat waves in Asia and the US, droughts from California to China, and intense flooding. The big picture here is that the planet has warmed at least 2 degrees Fahrenheit compared with pre-industrial levels. This is caused by rising greenhouse gas emissions. And number 7, the Pentagon office studying UFOs released a new report this week. The Pentagon created this office, called the All-Domain Anomaly Resolution Office, last summer. It's part of a new push by the government to identify all of those flying objects out there. The report found that nearly 200 recent reported sightings were unremarkable. They appeared to be balloons, drones, or common trash. Another 170 sightings were left uncharacterized. The report said some of these, quote, appear to have demonstrated unusual flight characteristics or performance capabilities. So the truth is out there. Maybe. And just like that, you are all caught up. We'll be back on Tuesday, after the MLK holiday on Monday, but you can still read the 7 briefing online. And if you're not signed up for the 7 newsletter yet, what are you waiting for? It's Friday, so we got to give a shout out to the team. The 7 crew is assistant producer Taylor White. The staff writers are Tess Homan and Jamie Ross. John Taylor is our editor. Additional editing support is by Christina Quinn and Renita Jablonski. Our copy editors are Francis Moody and Shannon Kroon. Sound design and engineering is by Jim Briggs. The 7th theme is by Edith Mudge. I'm Jeff Pierre. Have a great weekend, and I'll meet you back here on Tuesday.